Hello students and Namaste everyone. I am Dhaval sir and I welcome you all to the online session of Vidyadish Vidya Sankul School. Students, in our today's lecture we are going to discuss about your standard 10th literature part, unit number 4 poem, that is Amanda, and the poet of this poem is Robin Klein. Okay, she was an Australian writer or author of books for children, and in this poem she has addressed a very important issue that relates to each and every child, especially the girl child, because they are continuously being monitored and controlled by the elders or the parents for behaving means the girls, they are monitored and controlled and they are told to behave in such a way which is expected by the society. Okay, so in this poem the poetess she has talked about a little girl named Amanda, and even in this poem this girl Amanda is continuously being nagged, or continuously the mother of the girl, she keeps on scolding the girl for making the mistakes, right? So basically in this poem we will study about a girl named Amanda and her mother, who is constantly scolding her and finding faults in her. Okay, and how does the girl feel, okay, at that point of time is described in the poem. And to explain the thoughts of the little girl when the mother scolds her, the poetess has even given parenthesis. Parenthesis means extra information or remarks. Okay, so here this parentheses are given in the bracket in the whole poem, okay, which are actually the thoughts of the little girl, right? That means when the mother is scolding the little girl, that is Amanda, at that time she thinks about herself. Okay, she imagines herself to be something or the other and tries to ignore the scoldings of her mother. Okay, so that was about the introduction of the poem, and now let us try to understand the summary of the poem. Okay, so as I told you, in the poem Amanda, the mother of the girl keeps on scolding her and keeps on nagging at her. That means she is continuously trying to find faults with her. Okay, and usually what happens when the parents or the elders, they keep on scolding us to behave in a particular way which is accepted by the society in which we live. Okay, the qualities which are inherent in us, okay, the natural qualities, they get diminished, okay, or they are suppressed. That means the child will not be able to bring out the originality, okay, the qualities which he or she is having. Okay, so in this girl, the girl Amanda, right, she is scolded by her mothers for biting the nails and for not sitting in the right posture. Posture is the body, means the expression of the body, okay, the way we stand, the way we sit, so that describes the posture. So first of all, she is scolding for biting her nails and not sitting in a proper posture. Okay, the mother thinks that she is sitting in a way, she sits in a very lazy manner. That is not a good thing. Okay, then she is nagged. As I told you, nagging means always finding fault. That means the mother, she is nagging Amanda for not cleaning her home and her shoes and for not doing her homework. So every time when the mother scolds Amanda, she gets lost in the thought and she imagines herself to be one or the other thing. Okay, so that we'll find out when we'll go to the poem, when we'll go through the poem in each and every paragraph. Okay, then further Amanda is scolded for eating too many chocolates as it causes pimples. Okay, and later on the mother, she also scolds her for not listening to her. That means she feels that Amanda is not listening to her. Okay, whatever she is saying, Amanda doesn't care and she is not serious, or she is not listening to her carefully. And at last mother scolds her for being too moody. Okay, so mother says that stop being moody because the other people, okay, what she will think, what other people will think about her mother, that when Amanda is being too moody, right, she doesn't want any other people to blame her mother, okay. She doesn't want, the mother of Amanda, she doesn't want other people to scold her mother, okay, because they might feel that her mother is continuously harassing her, okay. So that is what is being told in the poem. So now, to understand the poem in detail, let us go through the poem and try to understand in detail, okay. So what is written in the introductory paragraph? Every child feels that he or she is controlled and instructed not to do one thing or the other, right. So usually when we are also kids or children or child, we also feel in the same way, that somewhere or the other our parents, they keep on constantly telling us that do this and don't do that and all, okay. So we don't like that thing, because being a kid, we want all the freedom to do whatever we want to, right. You too may feel that your freedom is curtailed. Curtailed means your freedom is taken away. That means you cannot do anything, okay, what you want to do. So usually these things happen in the society. That means the parents, they want their child to behave in a particular way which is accepted by the society, and in doing so, right, as I told you, the children or the child, they lost their individuality, okay. They are not able to open up in the way they should actually, okay. So let us begin from the first paragraph. What it is written: don't bite your nails, Amanda, don't hunch your shoulders, okay. So what is written? Don't bite your nails, Amanda, don't hunch your shoulders, Amanda, stop that slouching and sit up straight, Amanda. So this is how the mother is continuously pointing out at Amanda. So in the first line, what she says, that don't bite your nails, right. Biting the nails is considered to be a very bad habit as per the society, okay. Don't hunch your shoulders. So hunch means to bend like this, okay, to bend your body forward and down so that your back is round, okay. You might have seen the students also, when they sit in the class, they sit like this, okay, bending forward. So that is known as a hunch. So don't hunch your shoulders, Amanda. Stop that slouching. Slouching is a way of walking, sitting or standing with the head or shoulder bent forward, okay. Slouching means a way of walking, sitting or standing with the head or shoulders bent forward like this, okay. So the mother is scolding her. What she is saying? Stop that slouching and sit straight. Okay, I remember when I was a kid, even my mother used to say that whenever you sit in the class, sit straight with your shoulders not leaning forward, okay. So when the mother is scolding Amanda, at that time Amanda gets lost in the thought. She imagines herself, okay. So what does she imagine? Let us find out. There is a languid, okay, emerald sea, where the sole inhabitant is me, a mermaid, drifting blissfully, okay. So as I told you, this is a parenthesis, okay. Parenthesis, the poetess has provided this parenthesis to provide extra information, and it is actually in the form of the thought of Amanda. That means when the mother is scolding her, she feels that she should be a mermaid, okay. So I'll explain you. There is a languid emerald sea. Languid means relaxed, okay. Languid means relaxed. Emerald sea, okay, the sea which is usually blue or green in color, where the sole inhabitant, sole means one. So she thinks that where the sole inhabitant is me, a mermaid, drifting blissfully. Drifting means moving slowly. Drifting means moving slowly. Blissfully. Blissfully means extremely or completely happy. That means at that time she imagines that she is a mermaid. Okay, you all know what is a mermaid, a lady whose half body is of human being and the other remaining part is of a fish. Okay, so she imagines herself to be a mermaid who is all alone at the seaside. Okay, and the only inhabitant, that means she is the only person who lives over there. without any kind of disturbance, okay, and she doesn't want anyone to scold her, no one should disturb her, so she should be all alone at that place, living peacefully and with contentment, that is happiness, okay. So that is what Amanda thinks when her mother is scolding her. So clear everyone? We'll move to the next paragraph. What is written? Did you finish your homework, Amanda? Did you tidy your room, Amanda? Tidy means to make it clean. I thought I told you to clean your shoes, Amanda. Okay, so as I told you that the next thing what the mother is scolding her is for tidying, for completing her homework, to keep her home or her room clean as well as her shoes to be clean. Okay, so that is what her mother had scolded her for. At that time, what does Amanda think? Okay, what are the thoughts going on, or what does Amanda think, or she compare herself to be? So she thinks that I am an orphan, right? When the mother is scolding her, she imagines herself to be some or the other thing. So here she imagines herself to be an orphan. Orphan means anath, who doesn't have mother or father, roaming the street. Okay, so she thinks that she should be an orphan. Why? Because orphans are usually the children who don't have mother or father, and they are free to do whatever they want to. No one is there to nag them, that means to find fault with them. No one is there to scold them. So they are totally free. Whatever they want to do, they are free to do that thing. I patter soft dust with my hushed bare feet. The silence is golden, the freedom is sweet. Okay, so she imagines herself to be orphan, okay, who is roaming freely in the street with full freedom. I patter soft dust with my hushed bare feet. Hushed means quiet or calm. Okay, so she thinks that she is all alone, she is moving here and there, and she is roaming with the bare feet, and still there is no one to scold her. Okay, the silence is golden, the freedom is sweet. That means she is trying to say that when she imagines herself to be the orphan, she is having full freedom and she is enjoying that thought which she is getting in her mind. Okay, the next paragraph is, don't eat chocolate, Amanda. Remember your acne. Acne means the pimples, okay, which usually the youngsters they get on their face. So remember your acne, Amanda. Will you please look at me when I am speaking to you? Okay, so here what the mother is scolding Amanda for? Eating too many chocolates. So as it is written over here, the mother is saying that if you will eat too many chocolates, you will get pimples on your face, and she even scolds Amanda for not listening to her. Okay, so that is what is being told over here. So when her mother is scolding her for all this thing, what does Amanda think herself to be? Okay, so she imagines herself to be Rapunzel. Okay, she imagines herself to be Rapunzel. I have not a care. Life in a tower is tranquil and rare. I will certainly never let down my bright hair. Okay, so Rapunzel is what? Rapunzel is a character. Okay, so it is a German fairy tale. Okay, so that is Rapunzel. Okay, and as I told you, it is a character of a fairy tale, right? Many girls, they might be aware what fairy tales are. Okay, so what she is saying, that being a Rapunzel, she will stay in the tower. Okay, life in a tower is tranquil, so she wants to stay in the tower. Tranquil means calm. Okay, here you can see the meaning. Tranquil means calm. So she wants to stay in that tower all alone with peaceful atmosphere, with total calmness. Okay, and what she is saying, I will certainly never let down my bright hair. And what she is trying to say, that she will not let anyone to come inside, or neither she will allow anyone. Means there is a story where the girl she lets her hair down, and by holding that a person will come up. So here she is saying that I will certainly never let down my bright hair. That means she is actually trying to say that she will not allow anyone to come in that tower and destroy her peace or calmness. Okay. At the last paragraph, what the mother is saying, stop that sulking at once. Amanda, you are always so moody. Amanda, anyone would think that I nagged at you. Amanda, okay. So in the last paragraph, what the mother is saying, stop that sulking. Sulking means to be angry or upset. So usually when our parents they scold us, we also become upset and we go to some other room, lonely room. We go over there and we lie over there. We don't talk with anyone. We don't look at anyone. So that is sulking. Okay. So to be angry or upset about something and to refuse to discuss it with other people. So that is the meaning of sulking. Okay. Again, to be angry or upset about something and to refuse to discuss it with other people. So what the mother is saying, stop that sulking at once, Amanda. You are always so moody, because she is not talking with anyone. So the mother is saying that you are always so moody, Amanda. Anyone would think that I nagged at you. So nagged means, as I told you, to find faults with. Okay. So I'll give you the meaning. To annoy someone by often complaining about his or her behavior, appearance, etc. So basically it means finding fault with others. So continuously you keep on finding faults and therefore the other person gets annoyed at you, irritated with you. Okay. So what the mother is saying, that as you are very moody, you don't behave properly, and if anyone will look at you or have a look at you, they will feel that I as a mother, I am constantly harassing you, okay, by scolding you. So that is what the mother is saying, and I don't want anyone to blame me for that reason. Okay. So that is what the mother is saying over here. Here you don't find parenthesis, that is the bracket or the thought while the mother is scolding Amanda for. Okay. Why there is no parenthesis over here? Because at that time even she is so sad that she has stopped thinking or imagining things. Okay. So that's it, and here the poem comes to an end. Okay. So along with that, I will also end my lecture over here, and I thank you everyone for listening to me. So take care of yourself everyone, stay healthy and stay safe. Bye everyone.